Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Can you hear me okay? If you could let me know in the chat that you can hear me. Awesome. Thank you. Hi, Kat. Hi, Bradeo. Hi, Raven. Hi, Hannah. I hope you all are doing well. You're gonna have to forgive me on the camera angle. There's nothing I can do. Oh goodness, let me stop that. Please don't do that. Okay, sorry about that. Technical difficulties. I'm not tech savvy. But anyways, I was gonna say you're gonna have to forgive me on the camera angle. That's one of the cons of going live. I don't have some of the options I have when I'm recording off my camera. I'm just letting people come in while I get set up. Hi, Sylvia. Hi, Hannah. Hi, Dre. Hi, Phoenix. Hi, Mother Nature. Paul Day, Carol, Skydancer. I'm doing well, you guys. So many of you are actually my twins today. Happy Gemini season. Today is actually my birthday, y'all, on 6/13. I won't tell you my age. I won't tell you what year. I'll tell you I'm in my mid 20s. I'll tell you I was born in the 90s. And obviously, my sun sign is Gemini. But happy birthday to my fellow June babies and Geminis and Cancers. I hope you all are doing well. Thank you all so much for the happy birthday wishes. I've got to be honest with you guys. You guys keep me up at night. It's been 2 days now. I have not been able to sleep. That's why this morning's reading, my cognitive abilities weren't all that great, and you're gonna have to bear with me. Hopefully, this Red Bull will keep me going. You guys had me up late last night. I had a lot of downloads and messages coming in, and I do have a message for someone specific, someone in the collective. Your husband really, really wants you to know that they love you. This was very emotional. He actually showed me a scene from an old film, and it was like a old black and white film, and it seemed like it might have been like a little bit of a musical or something. And the character in it, it looked like the scene was near a train station. It was a Caucasian male with black hair, and he was singing, and he kept like throwing his arms out and throwing his arms out as he was singing. And the song that I was hearing was "I love you, I love you, I love you, Francesca," or Francesca, something along those lines. And I kept hearing it over and over and over again. I couldn't sleep. It was like 4 in the morning. I had to come out here and write this stuff down just to get my mind to stop. He said you would know what that meant. Apparently, that was like a song you guys liked or a film you guys liked. He said that that would give confirmation to you that this message was for you. I did write some things down. Give me one moment. Yeah, I said that he really loves you. I'm trying to keep my emotions in check because this was emotional communication. He knows you miss him a lot, and he said it's really hard seeing you like this, and he's still with you. Okay. Yeah, I kind of have to cut it out because I don't want to be too emotional because there's a lot of other good messages, but I did want to share that for whoever that was for. Your recently passed husband, I believe, visited me last night and wanted to share with me that he loves you. And it's really hard for him to see you cry and miss him because he's right there with you. All right. I'm just taking a moment at the comments. Thank you all for joining in. Thank you for liking. Thank you for your support. I greatly appreciate all of you. And I really do hope whoever that message was for meets the right person. I hope you're able to catch this live at some point today. Okay. Now, I did have some more messages that I've gotten. Some of the energy that I've been tapping into these past couple readings have been very intense and on a very big, higher level scale. And it's taken me some time to kind of understand what Spirit was trying to reveal to me. All right, so I'm gonna take us back to something I said in a recent video about something about you guys having some new kind of interdimensional pinnacle. And like I described how I saw it, like how it was like emerald with empty spaces and it was expanding. And I was like, this is like your seed or your pentacle or something. Okay, so another on that aspect is that is you. You are the seed. You are the pinnacle. And that seed becomes a 12D Yggdrasil, or I hope I'm pronouncing that right. The tree of life, like a 12-dimensional tree of life. And you are spirit seed. You are that beautiful little seed that's going to become something so grand, so magical, so powerful. Um, Also, I do believe that what I was seeing with, I believe that that one vision I had might have had something to do with the Hall of Amenti, the 12 individuals pulling crystals out of their heart chakra to unlock this like box or cube or something that I believe what was going on is I'm gonna have to kind of backtrack a little bit and then go back to that. I had mentioned something about creation being from 0 to 1. That 1 actually holds the power of 2 because in order for something to exist, the counterpart and opposite of it has to exist. Just relativity and stuff, duality. So that 1 is actually 2. So from the 0 to the 1, from the 1 to the 3, from the 3 to the 7, and from the 7 to the 12. Okay, now that has a lot to do with divine unions. This has to do with holy matrimonies within the 12 tribes of the sacred unions of the twin flames. That has part to do with that. That's part of that whole 0 becoming 1 and then the 7 and the 12 and so on. So then we ended up, if you notice, that last number I said was 12. There are 12 tribes. There are 12 people opening up this box with their key, or it's not really a box. I'm just going to call it that for example. And I really do feel like this is the unification of the 12 tribes. The 12 leaders of each of these tribes have received the keys, and it is time. It is time for the new era. Things have been unlocked. So something else I had gotten in regards to that download was I was told that gates have been opened and seals have been broken. Um, so I really do feel like we are kind of in some very big eventful times in the world right now. It's just kind of like a spiritual revolution from what I can tell. And it seems like it's going to be very powerful. I started tapping into some interesting energies, like things opening up and things swallowing other forces and all sorts of crazy biblical kind of stuff that I was not ready to dive into. All right, so now that I left that little bit of a seed on that, I had another download for someone. Like I said, this message is going to be a little bit of a special because it's kind of all over the place. All right. So I gotten a vision last night of someone's past life. Um, I believe you were a feminine in this life, but I didn't really see you. I just sensed you. Feel like I was seeing the memory from your eyes. I believe you were a mother. Who I was looking at, I believe, was your daughter. She was very pretty. She had like a piece of jewelry that went around her forehead. You guys had very pointy ears. Um, like a cream color skin and blues. Blues was very important. I think you had like bluish hair or something like that, like a bluish green hair, almost like the color of the ocean, and you were aquatic beings. I'm not gonna use a label like you guys were mer people or anything like that, but you were aquatic humanoids of some form. Something about this planet was all right, so it was this vision was kind of hard to go through because at first it was so beautiful. It was so happy. It was just you and your daughter. You were looking at each other. You were in the middle of this ocean or in the waters. The sky was bright and blue. She was smiling. She was so pretty. You were just so happy. Everything was just, it was such a beautiful place, such a beautiful world, such a beautiful life. Like, It was like in that moment, nothing could go wrong. Nothing could like, it was just, it was perfect. It was a really perfect, beautiful moment. And then it turned. And the emotions were so heavy, I almost had to like take in the download in bits and pieces because it was traumatic. This was a devastating end. What I believe I witnessed was your entire planet getting destroyed right in front of you. Because what I saw was the sky open up and this big beam of like light. It was like blue light and darkness at the same time. It opened up from the ground, or it wasn't ground, it was water. So from the surface, all the atmosphere through the sky and opened up, and it literally just kind of seemed like the planet got collapsed into this and sucked in. And I don't know if like your star or collapsed and your planet was sucked into this or like destroyed, but like that was devastating. The just because like why did that have to happen? That's how I felt watching this. I was like, why? Like there was nothing going on. There was nothing wrong. We were just living. We were just happy. We were at peace. We were content. We weren't harming anything. Why did we have to die? Um, I don't know what that race was. I don't know what star system that was. I don't know what planet that was. I don't necessarily believe that's entirely too relevant. I do believe, though, part of the message was that pain put you on your path to be a warrior for the divine. Like that pain put you because it was such a strong devastation. It changed you. It changed you so strongly. Like you will never go back to what you were before that happened. That horizon line, that event that took place in that life, that incarnation. And this really puts you on a warrior like path for many, many incarnations to come after that. Um I had gotten another download of another life. You weren't aquatic, you weren't marine or anything like that. The sky was different. I did notice that. So, what I first saw was someone with, it looked predominantly human. I could tell it wasn't exactly like Homo sapien, but it looked human, pretty close. Blonde hair, slightly more orange-like skin. So that would be a difference in the pigment. The skin had a little bit more of an orange to it, and I had blonde hair. You were riding a bicycle was when the scene first entered my mind, or what I interpreted to be like a bicycle. Um, what I did notice about the atmosphere of this planet was different. It had a certain smell to it, and when I became aware of the smell of this vision, it was the first thing I could think of to describe what I was like tasting and smelling in the air was like plasma. It was like you could taste and smell the electric charge in the atmosphere. So there was something different about the environment of that planet in that regards. And as well, the sky wasn't blue. The sky was like an orange, an orangish color. It had a lot of like umbers and tones of like red and burnt orange, and it was a very pretty sky, but I could tell that the energetic charge to the planet was very different. So I'm sure this was in a different density or a different dimension than like 3D Earth realm is existing in. And then that download kind of went all over the place because then I started seeing different races, and then it started breaking it down into four different races. There were like purple people, there were red people, there were orange people, and there were like this other that was like they didn't really fit those categories. They were kind of their own thing. And then a part of that download was actually telling me that this somehow has to do with our Earth history as well. So I'm really not sure. And I was even shown a vision of a bright red birthmark that my daughter had when she was born, and I was told that that was like remnants of an ancient past where individuals, we had four different races on the planet at the same time, and some of us had like red skin or orange skin, some of us had more like a bluish or a purple. So I'm not sure what that was, but apparently like that timeline somehow intersected and crossed. And I'm not exactly sure if that was necessarily a linear thing occurring. Okay, I'm gonna take a moment just to take a look at the comments. Atlantis time. That was another thing. Thank you, Krista, for saying that because the energy I was getting last night too was things that were ancient or lost did not feel far away. It did not feel distant. Like Atlantean energy felt like it was right now overlapping this reality as I sat and experienced the energy around me. So something about like a convergence of timelines. I'm wondering if that's what's going on. This may be a part of like the quickening as we are approaching singularity and we're securing other timelines and ascending and jumping. It's almost like the past, present, and future are all kind of like quickening and coming closer to closer. I guess similar to when you're approaching like a black hole and you get split back down to just information, light. Raven having dreams like that, yeah. It was emotional. Like it was a lot. I really had to get up out of my room and come in here and like write things down to get it to kind of alleviate so I could get some rest. Birthday to your brother, Tracy. All right, so here in a minute, once when I'm done reading some of your guys' lovely feedback and comments, I'm gonna go ahead and do a little bit of a collective past life reading. I know a lot of people have been asking about it, so we're gonna go ahead and do one, okay? Me and my daughter had a red birthmark on her forehead between her. Oh, okay. Yes, time seems to have collapsed it on itself. Exactly. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Let's see a little bit about some past life energy. Let's see what Spirit would like to reveal to the collective about your Akashic history. Wow. For the first thing to come out to be sexual discrimination and pacifist. Oh, wow, that was sad. One of the lessons that was needed to learn in that life was forgiveness, and you may have actually taken your own life. I'm really getting strong, like you couldn't do what you came in that world to do because of the gender you incarnated into. And like I'm getting the treatment was very, very harsh and discriminatory. And one of the things you had to learn was to forgive them. Like forgive the world, forgive the society. This may have something to do with like religious persecution as well, because I'm kind of getting like some of you guys have wounds from past lives where you incarnated and practiced what you believed and were like stoned for it or burned for it, or like something horrible that's not in alignment with what you were doing, but you were judged, you were discriminated, you were outcasted, you were shunned for it. This may have caused like this may have caused like a wound in this life where you had a hard time expressing yourself, where you like always just kind of wanted to hide. Like maybe one of the challenges you have in this life is to get out of your comfort zone and put yourself back out there because you're meant to shine. But because of some of these wounds, you have in recent carnations maybe been a little bit like on your own, like you enjoyed silence and solitude, and maybe you were a little bit like eccentric or out there. Maybe you were a little antisocial, or maybe this inhibited you from fulfilling your mission. Like this wound inhibited you from being a light to others because you were trying to like suffocate your own flame due to these wounds. So for some of you, you might be in this life right now, currently trying to close out some of these cycles by learning how to embrace yourself, embrace your individuality. I'm getting strong Aries and Leo vibes. That could be anywhere in your chart. That does not have to be a sun sign. Yeah, something about being like sovereign in your self identity, and then like being able to put yourself out there, like not staying in your comfort zone, not staying, like, you got to go out there, you have to take the risk, you have to overcome this fear or this worry, this doubt, this wound, this anxiety, this anticipation. You may have spent a lot of incarnations kind of isolating yourself, and that's not, there's nothing wrong with that, but I don't feel like that's what you're supposed to be doing in this life. For this to come out right now, that makes me feel like you're really supposed to go out there. Because I mean, if you want to know, get a hint of like what your life purpose is, what's your comfort zone? Okay. Now that you know what your comfort zone, what's the one thing you really just don't want to do, but you kind of know you should, but you don't want to, so you're just going to choose not to because it's easier not to? That's probably your North Node. And I can relate. I can relate to this kind of message because I very much just wanted to be to myself, not have social media, not have contact from the outside world, and just be a little delulu on my own little island. And I was perfectly content with that. But no, I had to overcome that. I had to step out. I had to create a channel and put myself out there and overcome all of these things that wanted me to just kind of coop up and be alone. So maybe other individuals in the collective are also dealing with a similar lesson. Now, I understand that that won't resonate with everyone, and that is just fine. That's why we're going to try to bounce around so maybe we can get a little cookie for everyone. Because everyone deserves a cookie today. All right. What else? Wow. That's not any. We're hitting all the shadows today, y'all. We're going deep in the shadows. Okay. All right. I'm gonna set that aside for a second. You can already tell from these two cards, that's not good energy, is it? No, no, it's not. So we're going to talk about it. All right. And I'm going to focus more on like the fact that this is popping up and you're here right now in this timeline is illuminating to me as to like, and I could see it because I've seen some of the comments. I've seen what some of your hearts and your intentions are. Many of you are here right now to be a part of, and it's justice for things that you have experienced in your history because you have incarnated as the very thing that you are here now to be a part of the rescue and savior. So we know right now there's has been for a while a lot of really dark stuff going on. There's been trafficking, there's been harvesting, there's been it's awful, okay? We could it's disgusting. There's been a lot of things going on like that. And we are in a time right now where we are illuminating these truths and we are exposing them. And hopefully, as we gain awareness of the wickedness done by elites and even regular people, um, we can then gain through this awareness a collective of people that resonate in their hearts for that not to be in their life anymore, for that not to be what exists, what's permitted here in this world. So it's almost like in a way this lifetime is supposed to heal or complete a lot of cycles and wounds for a lot of people all at the same time. Like, let me throw one big ass stone, and we're going to take out a multidimensional flock of birds with this one stone. And it's going to help a lot of people. Now, that also meant that it was going to be very difficult. This is why you probably experienced, even though you've already experienced some of these traumas in past lives, you probably experienced some form of another of these traumas again in this life, okay? So, for some of you, unfortunately, you have experienced being stolen, being taken, being kidnapped, being trafficked, being abandoned, being abused. You have been tormented. You have been mistreated. You have been sold as property. You have been, you've experienced a lot of roles, you know? I mean, how can you lead people out of the darkness unless you too have experienced that same darkness? So, like, in a way, I admire your strength, your willingness to endure for the sake of humanity, for the sake of collective. But yeah, something about hmm, something about the year 2023 and the year 2033. Maybe that's like a 10, maybe there's something significant about that length of time. Maybe by the time of 2033, all of this will be closed out. This is interesting because I'm kind of getting like this life as an interdimensional soul workshop where you get to live, real time, face and experience all of your wounds and traumas right in front of your very eyes and then watch it be removed after you faced it, after you've integrated it, after you've healed it. Not only do you get to see it removed from within you, but you get to see it be manifested outside of you. And this is going to cause a very profound feeling because for a lot of you, this wound isn't just because of you. For a lot of you, this wound could be because of a loved one. Maybe you experienced this pain with a child in a past life or someone you loved. Or it could just be simply that you haven't experienced this, but you've lived in a world where you hear about it going on and it hurts because you care. Either way, there's a huge healing that has taken place inside and out. For the inner, the outer, the micro, and the macro. It's all happening at the same time. It's like a I just heard a contingency plan in my head, but it wasn't what I was trying to say. Okay. I'm gonna set that aside for another one. Or set that aside for a moment. Because we had this one. And this one's rough. This one's really rough. Okay, that's a good one too. We're gonna have to touch that. Alright. Where'd it go? There you are. Okay. So, I had mentioned that some of you may have had a wound about like silencing yourself, hiding yourself, staying in your comfort zone, not wanting to be out and about, not wanting to be on the spotlight, not wanting to be seen, not wanting to be like judged or persecuted. And I understand that's a heavy wound to experience. Many of you have also experienced I want to say like an extreme form of gaslighting and psychological abuse. In this life, rule that or the world that you were incarnated in was being ran or ruled by a lot of cults, a lot of secret dark societies that were, serving lower entities with intentions of not so goodness, right? You experienced a lot of psychological and verbal abuse, but you also experienced a lot of like spiritual and like gaslight. I'm almost kind of getting like people would spiritually attack you till you go insane. Um, and it was all like a plot to maintain their power, right? Um, you may have had some early childhood trauma with mental institutions. Like I'm picking up anywhere between like 13, 17, 19, somewhere between those ages. In this life, it was you playing out patterns from old incarnations, or I say old, it's really not accurate. We'll just say other incarnations. Yeah, for some of you, you were so heavily attacked by like witchcraft, by like abuse, by these lower entities, by like powers that be, that it made you completely go insane, enslaved. Yeah, they tried to like enslave you. That's how they did it. They were harvesting off of your fear. They like impregnated your mind with like darkness and then fed off of your pain and suffering, locked you away. You went insane. It was a horrible life. It really was. Like, I'm sorry. I wish I could sit here and tell you, yeah, you had a life where you were the president and your wife was Marilyn Monroe and like, no. You've been through some really heavy shit, and that's why you're here, you know? So you may have had to deal with a lot of gaslighting in this life. You may have had to deal with like people trying to discredit you or say that you were insane or defame your character or slander you. This is all you redeeming yourself. So let's look at a lot of the traumas or the abuse or things you went through in this life. Let's expand our horizons and say, okay, maybe this isn't the first time something like this has even happened to me. And maybe this isn't the worst. Maybe this is an opportunity for you to redeem yourself from the last time you experienced this kind of energy. Because in this life, you were succumbed. They triumphed over you. They did. You lost your damn mind, and they won. But not in this life. Now, did you have some dark moments? I'm sure. I'm sure you did. I'm sure there were times you really did feel like you were going insane. But you're here right now, sitting here listening to these words. You're not bound to a gurney screaming with demons in your head. So you're obviously gaining in some kind of power against this energy on your soul. So we will keep coming back to something, coming back to something, coming back to something until we really completely elevate and ascend above it. So if you want to know a little bit about your past lives, look at this life. It can tell you a lot. It's think about a hologram. Every section of the whole contains the information of the whole. We're fractals. And this experience is a vortex. But this is good though, because like this timeline's really heavy and sucks. And you may have gone through a lot of energy that was right up along in this alley, but you're still here. You still triumphed over it. And in a way, you are freeing yourself. You're liberating yourself, and you're freeing those before you. You're freeing your line, like your ancestral lineage, those your ancestors before you. Wow. It made you a healer. Because, I mean, hell, if you can be broken and splintered and fractured into a gazillion pieces and then somehow piece yourself back up together to how you are now, yeah, I'd say you got some credentials to maybe help someone else heal themselves too. And this is why I was kind of getting the energy before when I got that image of the that planet being destroyed by like this getting sucked up into a star or something like that. Like that was horrible, but it put you on a path. That pain shaped you into someone that was devoted to a very divine cause. Ugh, yuck. Loveless love. That's nasty. I don't like that. Some of you have definitely came here in this life to restore the proper like foundation and vibration of what love is actually supposed to be, because you have experienced a lot of things that aren't love and you were told it was. Unrequited love, love of convenience, abandonment, poverty, greed, you know, and maybe you experienced that in this life too. Have you experienced fake love? I know a lot of you are still closing out cycles with toxic parental figures. trying to heal from that while they choose not to heal. It's playing out the same pattern. It's the same energy. You're just revisiting it again with a more advanced set of eyes that can see a little broader. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Like people saying they love you because it's easier to say they love you than hate you, but that's not fucking love. That's a convenience. Like that's a cop out. It's like I can't beat him, so join it. So what? Really, you're my enemy, but you're too cowardly to be my enemy, so you're gonna pretend to be my friend? Buddhist ascetic. That's all. That's what we're coming to, you know. And I love how I was getting ready to talk about non-detachment when I saw this Buddhist ascetic card, and then material loss trauma and philosophical. How can we detach from the things so that they no longer hurt us when they leave us? Because they were never meant to remain eternally, anyways. It was only a flickering moment of time. And when we understand that everything is constantly changing, and we surrender to that, you can be at peace. And I feel like that's what a lot of you guys are going to have to learn. And this is going to manifest in people, places, things, thoughts, activities. Who knows? Maybe there's a spicy book you like to read, but maybe you shouldn't be reading it. I don't know. What can we detach from? What are we holding on to that's not serving us? What hurts? And why does it hurt? And why are you allowing it to continue to hurt? And does this hurt serve you? And if so, what's it trying to teach you? And if that's what it's trying to teach you, how can you apply that and be a better person today or tomorrow? And how will this better humanity or our higher cause? It's some deep shit. You're mastering mind. Many of you also are coming here and you may have like, um, I'm gonna share something with y'all real quick, actually. Um, I have suffered from PTSD, in many forms. So I want to share something that I theorize. See if you guys got any thoughts or input on this. What if some of our trauma isn't even from this life? Because I've had trauma responses that are way too intense. And like I've been through a lot in this life, don't get me wrong, but I can still know like that didn't come from this life. But I know it was real, that pain was real. That hurt was real, that fear or that terror or whatever, that was real. So like I almost wonder if like people that struggle with like mental illnesses or like even at like from the start of their life, I almost wonder like is that a physical manifestation of a spiritual imbalance in the soul that's currently occupying that vessel? I feel like we limit our ability to heal ourselves by focusing only on this timeline and this life. But we forget that we are infinite and interdimensional and there are many parts of us, many lives. We've encountered many scenarios, not just what we're boo-hooing about in this life. Oh, I had mentioned earlier about how timelines were converging and like ancient history is now and overlapping and like there's a lot of energies that are live. And that may also have to do with those 12 crystals unlocking like a holographic light grid and then them spinning and swirling the code and changing the code of our simulated experience because this is a holographic simulated experience. Um, yeah, many of us are clearing out. And that's why like AI right now is so freaking on topic with a lot of people. because we have to correct that error. Well, the ones we made in Atlantis with the abuse of technology, yeah, we don't want to do that again. But what I liked about it though was when I was feeling the Atlantean energy, I wasn't feeling the shadow of it. I was feeling the light codes. That's what I was feeling. I was feeling the gods and goddesses, like the old pantheons, like what Greek and Roman talk about, I guess, because I'm pretty sure Greek and Roman is like right after Atlantean times in some kind of weird way. It's just a weird intuitive feeling I have because every time I think of Greco-Roman era, it gives me somewhat Atlantean vibes. Like that's where we kind of were after the fall. Like that was like I talk about how we don't ascend in a line, we ascend in a spiral. So as we ascend to higher levels, we still come back to where we were at a lower vibration and we revisit it from a higher perspective. And also time is fluid and not linear, so it doesn't have to actually like make sense linearly because it's all a web, it's a weave. Yeah. Lots of wounds, lots of trauma is coming up and it's being like surrendered, alleviated. I had mentioned earlier a little bit about ancestors. And I forgot to share this download with you guys earlier, but one of the things I wanted to share with you is we are our ancestors. I'm gonna say that again just in case like I need to. We are our ancestors. Our ancestors are in us. We are them and they are us. There's no separation. So yes, they live on through us. Yes, we redeem them through our actions because we are them. Something to think about. All right, I'm going to take a moment, quick break, catch up with you guys, see how you all are doing. Last lifetime, she had me tied up like a pig. Oh my gosh, electric. Whew, that's heavy. Those that kill will be reincarnated back as the victim. Exactly. We will experience every experience. Like, that's the whole point for us to descend and split ourselves across infinity and then come back to singularity and tell ourselves what we learned. And we will experience everything. Keep your dirty, I hate you, but can't destroy you, love. It's sick. They're like your greatest fan, but are poisoning themselves with their own ignorance, I guess. What gets you angry and why? That's a very good question to ask yourself. Complex trauma gang. Yep. All right. Take a little bit break of that and let's hop back in to the reading. Let's see what else Spirit would like you guys to know. We have flow with divine timing. 2 and 9. Coming into balance, harmony. Remember how I said that 1 is actually a 2, so that new beginning, stepping into our independence, our individuality, but also harmony and unity, which I love that. And that is one thing that Lucifer did not understand when he decided to annex himself from unity consciousness and say it's all about self. He didn't realize you can be an individual and still be one. Oh well, whatever. Anyways, flow with divine timing. A lot of things are happening right now, and you are exactly where you need to be. Be present in this moment because a lot is happening right now. We don't always see our growth, too. I want to remind you guys of that because think about it. Remember how I said you guys are a seed, a 12-dimensional Yggdrasil kind of seed? Well, when you plant a seed, that seed might take a while before you see anything sprout above the ground. So, for as far as we are concerned, until we see something pop out the ground, the seed's just a seed, it's not doing anything. But what we don't see is all the root work going on beneath the surface. You're branching out, you're connecting to your roots, your ancestors, to yourself. And as I'm talking about that, tap into your primal power. The roots, that fire within you. Go way down, deep, to the deepest of the underworld, and then rise back up to the heavens. And show the world your strength. Show the world your light. Bring glory to our Father. For you are an example of Him. And then with that, honor the process. As you go deep within, flow with this, all this good energy, you're right in the perfect moment, like all of this convergence of timelines, like you are in a very present I am moment right now, like in the center of eternity. There's so much available to us, so much to explore, so much to learn, so much to integrate, so much to heal, so much to grow, so much to share. 313 as well. Also today is the 13th. Double confirmation on the 1s and the 3s. Give and receive. And we kind of already see that energy here with this flow, this night and day, going with the divine timing. Also union energy in here, big time. It's just time, you know? It's time for us to come in union. If you haven't already, you're going to. It's just the trumpets have been called. I mean, God spoke, you know? So let's answer the call, right? Stretch and expand. And for a lot of you, it might take a little bit of a stretch of your mind, or a stretch of what you think to be possible. '17 as well with this stretch and expand, that new beginning. I just heard Jubilee. Also, another weird download I'd gotten, it's just random. I don't know if it integrates with anything, so I'm just going to share it. Something about the Queen dying in Jubilee. I have no idea. It just popped up in my head last night. I wasn't even thinking about anything like that. That's all I heard. Queen and Jubilee. I was like, okay, sure. Not sure what you're trying to tell me there. I have an idea, but I can't really talk about that entirely on this platform, so I'm going to just let you guys take that in, mull it over, see what you can make of it. But yeah, that new beginning, right? Stepping out, because you guys are essentially coming out of a portal. That's what I'm feeling with this. Like you have made it past the horizon line. I was just talking about like black holes and stuff like that, and stars exploding and imploding and all that stuff, and like horizon lines and being reduced back down to just information and light, and then being sent back out into the universe. That kind of looks like you being sent back out into the universe as pure information and light. Someone's connecting very strongly with like Hermes right now. Hermes, Thoth. I'm picking up very strong on like Apollo, Hermes, Thoth, messenger beings or sun beings. We have transformation in the age of light, and I'm telling you, I'm really seeing like a user interface within our biological 12-dimensional blueprint codex opening up and expanding, allowing new information, higher frequencies being restored back to our perfect creation. So, I mean, shit's about to get wild. Shit's about to be crazy because we're no longer nerfed. I've been mentioning that a lot on this channel. We are not nerfed anymore. Like, kind of feel like we're all live. We're all online. It's real. It's happening. The age of light. You've been training this for lifetimes. And didn't I kind of mention earlier, this lifetime feels like one stone hitting this big flock of multidimensional birds all at one time? It's healing all of the parts of yourself, all of the parts of humanity, all of the parts of the collective. We are securing all of the timelines. Oh my gosh, I'm hearing praise and cheer from like celestial realms above my head right now. Absolutely. This is bigger than the Big Bang. It kind of feels like it. Because it's huge. This really is huge. This is something that's been sought after for before Earth. Now, Earth was kind of created for this intention. If we're really to go back into the history of why Earth realm was created when life was chartered here. And the matrix was being coded or formed. Why do you think the Bible talks about pillars of light? Okay. Transformation. Things are changing at a cellular level, deep healing. And I've been mentioning a lot of things about something about quantum expansion, quantum growth, down to the cellular level of like the DNA. It's macro, micro, as above, so below. Which makes sense because, like, all right, if we are tapping into our highest and higher selves, then our lower manifestation of ourselves, which would be like this physicality being that I'm incarnating, would then have to represent as it is above. So maybe before, when we weren't tapped into our higher self and we were tapped into like a lower limited reptile self, I can't with myself sometimes. Okay, all right. It's the manifestation of our lower self was exactly that. It was limited. It was in fear. It was in these lower programs. It was carbon based. It was dust. It could just wither away and die. But now we're tapping into our higher self. So now that we're tapping into these higher levels of ourselves, then these lower manifestations of our conscious experience need to manifest that higher reality. That's happening at the cellular level. You're no longer three-dimensional, limited density. Because on the spiritual realm, you are tapped into the all that is and ever will be. So it would make sense if you're tapping into your infinite self, shouldn't our bodies represent our infinite being? Shouldn't we be able to hold an infinite amount of knowledge and light and information rather than a limitation by a certain number of strands? Nah, F that. I want 144,000 strands of crystalline DNA, please, and thank you. Don't limit me to a few strands. Don't limit me to carbon. Don't limit me to 3D. That's not me. Maybe for thousands of years I thought that was me, and it took me very much of those thousands of years for me to realize that's not me. But I've learned that now, and I've integrated those parts of myself. I've released my shadow and the illusion, and I'm ready to embrace my full infinite potential. And that's what we came here to do. That is why we have free will. Let's make God proud. Let's show God how much we love. Because that's what this is about. This ain't about having spiritual gifts or having abundance or good karma or no. Principalities and powers. This is about spiritual authority. This is about reclaim. This is like a territory battle. Like, get off my turf, dog. This is God's land. We ain't got time for snakes here. Sparkle and shine. Create a sacred space and play. Play. Be free, my child. Now that you understand what you are, now that you know what all of this is. I'm getting Garden vibes. I'm sorry, I had to stop because that was so strong. I was getting Garden of Eden vibes, and I'm getting very strong, like returning back before the garden. Like, I know sometimes I talk about the original Adam and Eve. Believe me, I understand that Adam and Eve were not original. I just can't spend too long explaining a bunch of controversial stuff that not everyone is willing to accept and understand. I know many of you know the truth. So just give me some grace, because I just try to move forward with the situation. But we are definitely restoring something back to its original perfection. Back when the masculine and the feminine were equal. I'm not trying to dog anyone. I'm not trying to make any feminine my little bitch. Like, that's fucked up. You're magical. You're powerful. You're a portal. Why would I try to belittle you? Hell, half of you are more intelligent than most. Look, I don't want to say anything too controversial and upset people, but really, we are coming back to true equality, our true power. Remember, I said that one is really a two. Not that one being one and then making the two out of the one. Nah, fuck that. That's some bullshit. How are you gonna make the feminine out of the masculine? They're the same thing. How are you gonna make no, that doesn't, like, do you see the perversion in our world? Do you see how it's been sick and fucked and twisted right from the start? Right from the beginning. And we're taking that shit back. All of our brothers and sisters, okay? Why do you think there's so much, like, gender war stuff going on in the world? Female spirits trying to inhabit it. All right, I can't. Just look at Baphomet. Look at the symbolism of Baphomet and see what the fuck is going on in the world. And then tell me why it's so important for God's people to come into union. Because we are restoring the true template, the true creation. Not this illusion, not this shadow, not this perversion, not this greed and power hungry based construct that we've been fed. I'll be damned. If I'm a father, I'm not raising my daughter in a world like that. And I wouldn't expect anyone else to want to, or choose to, or accept that. Be the salt of the earth. Be salty. Be salty about it. Let's speak up about it. Let's talk about it. Let's tell the world how we feel about it. Let's rise. Let's unite. Let's push back peacefully with love and awareness and truth. And that's what we're here to do. That's what you are tapping into. That's what you're harnessing. Council of Light. I didn't even realize this card was out here. I've just been sitting here yapping to y'all. Divine orchestrators. Helpers in the subtle realms. I had mentioned in a recent reading, we don't have to get pitchforks. We don't have to get torches. We don't have to go storm the Capitol like an angry mob. Shout out to, what year was that? Like 2020? Something like that. That was crazy. That was wild. Anyways, we don't have to do all that. No, we don't. The moment we do that, we're falling to the tricks. We're now a puppet. You just failed us. You had the right cause, you had the right feeling, the right drive, but you still got fooled. You played right into their trap. We have to be sovereign from that hold that they try to have on us. We do this through unity. We do this through love. We do this through truth. That's why create a sacred space. Many of you are being told, like, maybe relocate, go. And I know your circumstances might not permit it, and maybe that be a little frustrating when you know your higher self is telling you to do something, but your three-dimensional circumstances aren't exactly conducive to you doing that. And I pray that the 3D lines up with the 5D for you, okay? So that way you can get to where you need to go and do what God is calling you to do. Because there shouldn't ever be any limitations on someone answering the call of God. And I'm so tired of seeing people trying to make it difficult for people to do God's work. But at the same time, I'm grateful for them because they gave us our power and strength. So why keep making it hard for me? I'll just try harder. And I will fail sometimes. I don't care. I love God enough to keep trying. Yeah, so many of you may be called to, like, I don't know, go out, relocate. Maybe you need to get somewhere. Maybe there's like, you're being called to do something very big, but you don't know exactly where. Like, where should I relocate? You know it's something important, but you're not being exactly called where. You know it has to be somewhere like this, but it can't be like this. But it's got to be somewhere where you can do this, but it can't be like this. But I don't even have money to do. How am I? Look, I'm gonna pray for a way to be illuminated. But I see it right here. You are in alignment just for even thinking that way. Because God is going to call on his children to make moves, to make changes. He is going to call on you in times where he needs you to drop everything, to surrender, to have faith, to let go, to make the change, to move in a different direction. What worked then may not work now. We live in the now. We're not living then. We're not living in the future. We're living now. Because now is the only thing that actually exists. Everything else is a memory or an imagination. Mirror. Who and what is triggering you? What is God trying to teach you right now? And sometimes lessons are frustrating. I can't tell you the amount of times I've tried learning something and I'd like rage quit because it was too frustrating, too hard, too difficult. Commit regardless. Because we already know God's not going to call on you to do anything you can't handle. And if you think you can't handle it, call on God. God got you. God's in you. God's a part of you. God's not going to hurt himself. That's what people don't understand. If we're all one being and this one being is all love, why would you think God would hurt itself? Nothing is being done to you. It's being done for you. Is it sometimes uncomfortable? Yeah. But it's not being done to you. Do you think God self-harms? No, that would be absurd. And you are very much a part of God, and God loves you. So God's not doing anything to hurt you. He's doing this because he loves you. He wants you to come with us. He doesn't want you to be left behind. Because times are changing. There's times for beginnings, there's times for endings. There's times for death, there's times for life. The seasons change. And so are our times. So what are you being called to do? We started off the reading with that. Your guidance is divinely guided. Consult your body's wisdom. And look at that. I was talking about you guys being a 12-dimensional, yogical, like tree of life type deal. And look at that. That's you guys. Your spirit's little seed that's growing into this. That even reminds me of the illustration of the Hindu gods. I wonder if that's where they were hinting at. That's interesting. But take the lead. And I don't know if you noticed, there's two people in this card. A masculine and a feminine. One, under God. one mind, one body, one flesh, one spirit, one source, one love. You are already doing it. Stop overthinking. Just face your true north. Okay? And share your voice. Come out of the cave. Persecution expression. I was just talking about that. About how a lot of you are being called to overcome some kind of wound, which may have occurred in this life, may have occurred in past lives, maybe something you're trying to overcome. But if you're staying in your comfort zone, if you're procrastinating, if you're sitting on that $1 million idea, if you are still pushing off what God is calling you to do, it may be time to just answer the call. Star Mother, connect with the stars, the heavens, connect with ourselves. We are tapping into all of our roots. We have multiple roots. That's what that primal power is. That's why I said earlier, we are our ancestors. Fine tune 33. And look at all that crystalline, macabre kind of energy in that. Look at all those light codes. That's you. And then also look at you being a perfect reflection of your higher self. As above, so below. You are definitely ascending. Beautifully. Magically. Boundaries. Yup. That's kind of interesting because this is like almost the opposite of this imagery. So this imagery, which is you guys in your divinity, which I also pointed out is interesting how it looks similar to how they illustrate the gods of like the Hindu culture. Okay. And then we have this card, which you see all these hands branching out, except for this isn't hands branching out from your divinity. It's hands coming in, external hands coming in, trying to steal your light, trying to take from you. Trying to keep you from being this. Let me pluck off some of those fruits. Let me have a little bit of that. Ooh, that looks tasty. Can I have that? Ooh, you won't mind. You've got so much. Just a little off the top. Just a little bit of that good energy. Just a little bit. Just for me. No. Boundaries. None of that. Let's put a bubble of light around that, and their hands can just like and just not make it through. They don't deserve. There's no reason why you should be a sacrificial lamb to them. Someone's already done that for us. I'm gonna say that again, just in case like that needs to be said again. There is no need for you to be a sacrificial lamb because someone has already came here and done that for us. Celebrate growth and breakthroughs. We're doing it. We really are doing it. We're securing the grid, we're securing the timelines, and we're bringing in the new age. And we're doing it with love, we're doing it with healing, we're doing it with unity, we're doing it like just together as one. Stretching our minds, expanding, healing, growing. What card was that? Prophet. The first card. First card out this deck is Prophet. And we already saw that card earlier talking about you guys need to share your voice, okay? You have something valuable. Even if you think it's not enough, even if you think you need to work on it a little longer or you need to study more, and you know, I need to take my own advice on that one because I do that shit all the time. I procrastinated on this YouTube channel for so long. I created the channel and then didn't create a video for 3 months. I painted my logo and sat on that painted logo for about 4 or 5 months before I ever did anything with it. But someone's got to answer the call, and I'm really feeling strong. It's time for you to answer the call. Vega, hello. Welcome, Lyrans, and other beings from Lyra. You know what I love? So, everything is one, right? And if you like look in the cosmos, you can see our biology. If you look at neurons of a brain making new connections, and then you look at the galaxies and cosmos and the stars. One of the star constellations out there is Vega. The Vega star. You know what's within us that's similar to a star? A vagus nerve. I don't know. Just a little something fun to share with y'all. Fae and fairies and crystal. Fae and fairies and crystal. And I saw something last night about DNA opening and expanding and being able to like unlocking new strands, which had a lot of ancient code, and it's now live. It's online. Also, something about the 12 tribes. Each 12 tribe is becoming interlinked through their DNA. I'd gotten that download. It had something to do with us receiving new or not receiving new strands, but like the strands that have been there dormant, opening, activating, opening up, coming online. Um, and something about each of the 12 tribes has a specific energy signature, and that allows us our own like kind of like soul connection, like our own online, right? So like in a sense, each tribe is connected in 5D, so we can all communicate with each other. That was the information that I got last night as well. Royalty, hello. God's royalty, not Earth's royalty, God's royalty. New Earth. The royalty of New Earth. Coming into union, we're claiming our power. This energy's been coming out a lot. I've been getting very strongly about gates opening, seals breaking, stuff being unleashed, massive downloads, massive ascensions, upgrades. It's wild. It's a whole new world. There's so much going on. I could probably make this live like 3 hours long. I'm not going to do that to you guys, but I probably could. Let's go. I got Red Bull. We can do it. Just kidding. I don't condone that kind of behavior. It's not healthy. Drink water. Norse. Mm-hmm. Yep. I got greeted by for the first time. That's why I cut off. I was like, all right, yep, nope. You know when you like come across a presence or an encounter and you just kind of know you need to step down? It was like that. It was like, all right, at this moment, I need to step down. I need to just cut off, go offline. This too much, too much. Crystal and key holder. Didn't I just do a reading about the 12 tribes having a crystal out of their heart chakra, and that being the key unlocking the new earth? And then we literally just had new earth crystal key holder all come out like that. And speaking of heart chakra, Venusian, Egyptian, Christos. I saw you. There's that twin flame right there. All right, I got to take a moment. Quick break. Dark Star, get an RV and travel. Yes, please. And welcome SPK 4000. I'm glad you vibe with the tribe. Welcome. Thank you for stopping by. Thanks for the rabbit hole to go through. You're welcome, Matthew. Anytime. Let's share the mania. The mania. 3D is hard to line up with 5D. Yes, it's slower, it's denser, it's thicker, it's limited. And some of the things in it are just downright false, illusionary. A perception that only persists due to the lack of truth or awareness. It's like one of those images. Once when you see it a certain way, you can never unsee it that way again. And until we get the whole population to see the full image, we're still going to be stuck in the shadow of the image because it's not really the image. I wish you well, Shauna. God bless you. You're gonna have to forgive my child throwing a fit. Gotta love toddlers, right? I've been a tree in meditation before. It showed me the flow. That's probably a very powerful visualization to have, to imagine yourself being a tree. Something major will happen to trigger us. I do too. I've just been kind of waiting for whatever that to be to be. And thank you, Tan, for your compliment on the logo. It took me a little bit of thought to come up with the design. I'm not the best painter, but those are supposed to be the 12 zodiac constellations in the background of the iris. Lyran and Arcturian here. Hello. Welcome. All right. Let's clear this energy. Let's pull some tarot. Life is more like playing Dungeons and Dragons. Jeez. Branches of energy reaching out throughout your body. Yeah. I wonder if you could like combine that visualization with string theory. Like you imagine all those branches of energy coming out of you as this tree of life is all the like strings and chords of the harmonics of the universe. That might be an interesting session to do. All right. Let's bring it back down to earth. Let's pull some tarot for the collective. What would you like the collective to know at this time? Still seeing Six of Cups. All right, what's going on? Do I have the deck upside down? No, these are genuinely reversed. Okay. Okay, we have the Knight reversed and the Nine of Cups reversed. Okay, so before I ask a little bit about that, what was this Nine of Cups? What was the wish? What was the desire? What was the fulfillment that's not happening? Because someone's not getting some kind of wish fulfillment to hold on to something. Someone wanted to keep something. That was their desire, to be able to hold on to something, to keep something back. Almost like hold on to you, keep you back, keep you from moving forward, hold on to your coattail. Also, maybe even hold on to something. And as soon as I started talking about this energy, a freaking fly just came near me. And there wasn't one at all until I started poking on this energy. So, rebuke that shit. Anyways, yeah, someone's trying to hold on to you or keep something of yours or try to keep you in some kind of way. Hold on to your light, hold on to your truth, your knowledge. This is freaking weird. But the good thing is that's not happening. Like, absolutely not. You know, lost your mind. Okay. So what's going to happen now that they can't hold on to whatever it is they've been wanting to hold on to? Oh, Four of Cups. This Four of Pentacles is in reverse, by the way, guys. I know I flipped it around for me to read the image. Four of Cups. So they've got this 4-4 sandwich, but it ain't a good one. It's like inverted fours, which looks like an H. So I guess they're in hell. Ouch. Okay, so yeah, someone's upset about this, but okay, so like I don't really care about your feelings. honestly, because your intentions were messed up to begin with. So, Four of Wands. 444. You are protected. That's what the divine wants you to know. Something has happened. Something was blocked. Something was stopped. Something was halted. Someone was trying to hold you back, or keep something of yours, or keep you stuck. Something. They were trying to hold on to something. They were being rigid. It's like someone sticking their heels in the sand and not wanting to budge, not wanting to move while you're moving towards your destiny. That's interesting. You know, like in play scenes where they would pull entire cardboard backdrops on and off the stage. I'm seeing it be nighttime, and a new backdrop of daytime is trying to come onto the stage, and it's you. You're bringing the sun with you onto the stage, and there's someone from behind the scenes, behind the curtain, trying to pull the. No, no, it's not daytime. It's not light. Stop it. Get off the stage. Stop trying to shine. Damn it. Get in the dark. No. And the show must go on. You know? It's not really up to them. It's not really up to the collective either. Because what I'm feeling about that stage, that energy, that audience, this is about God's glory. So I don't know why they thought that they could stop the show when this is God's show. And God really likes this show. So please be quiet. Please don't interrupt the program. Interesting word. Are we reprogramming the collective? Okay. So now they're upset, and then they gotta let something go, or they're not getting what they desired. Okay, where's the collective headed? We've got this Ace of Swords reverse in the morning. Why? Why? Can you tell me why with this justice? That's freaking wild. Someone's gonna come to and approach you to fucking lie. So what? They tried to do something, and their wish fulfillment was to hold you back or to keep something of yours, keep you stuck, keep you from moving forward, keep the sun from entering the stage. They couldn't stop that. The show must go on because this show brings glory to the face of our Father, and it's His show anyway. So like, I don't know why they are even here. Apparently, there's some kind of justice happening in your situation, in your cause. And I'm guessing that same energy that's being forced to let go of something isn't too happy about what's going on. And it appears like they would rather, instead of admit what's going on, approach you and try to gaslight you some like false bullshit, like as if that's not what's going on. So I'd be very careful signing anything. I'm getting weird vibes with this. This is almost like someone being like, well, you know, I've got to do this and blah, 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 trying to act like it's bullshit. Someone's playing a really shady. I don't like that. Don't sign shit. Especially if they get annoyed with you if you start reading over it. Yo, I don't trust anyone that tries rushing me. Don't rush me, dog. For real. Don't rush me. So I don't know if you experience someone coming towards you and like trying to like quick you gotta do this. No, just sign right there, agree to it, just let me hold your dollar, let me hold a dollar real quick, bro. If you don't get the fuck out my hood, bye, Felicia. I ain't stupid. I've seen this kind of shit before. That's like that stupid, like, hey, yo, yeah, I can help you out, but it's gotta be fast. It's gotta be fast. Just hand me the money real quick. I'll be right back. It's just right around the corner. Nah, dog, he ain't coming back with your money. He gone. That shit for the birds. So someone's trying to pull a fast one on you because they lost. So last ditch effort is to try to present you a false fraudulent offer that's gonna get you stuck. Someone's trying to get you stuck. Get you locked in, get you to sign something, and then they got you. This could be like a contract. This could be an agreement. This is something shady. Like, oh, yeah, if you sign this right here, you can have this, this, and this all right now. Okay, sure. Yeah, let me just look at. Oh, no, no, just sign right this, and you can have all this and this right now. Okay, I understand that. But what's this? Oh, no, 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 no. Don't. Just. All right, I'm starting to get annoyed. Why do you keep interrupting me? Why do you keep rushing me? And why do you keep trying to, like, force me not to think? Why are you trying to make me be impulsive? That immediately is going to make me want to stop, take a step back, and walk away. Like, now I don't even want to talk to you because you've done showed me too many red flags. What's going on here? I'm about to just cut and run because this ain't right. Either that or swing because you're making me mad. So, yeah, be careful. Be mindful of that, y'all. The good thing is, though, like, y'all ain't fucking stupid. You aren't. You're not. They think you are. You're not. They think you're gullible and you can be fooled. That's just you playing with your food. High Priestess at the bottom of the deck. Yep. Okay. All right. Good. So be aware. Be mindful. Don't let anyone try to rush you into making any kind of hasty decision. Don't make someone try to like force you to commit to something, to sign anything. I would be very aware of why the fuck this person is even opening their mouth in the first place. Question their intentions before you even respond to what the hell they say or present to you. All right, what else would you like the collective to know? Okay, I need to clear it. All right. What's going on? What else would you like the collective to know? The universe. So you're coming into a new cycle. 1010 specifically. I'm picking up on the energy of 1010. This is big. Big breakthroughs. So 444 on the board earlier, letting you know you're safe, you're protected. There's some kind of secured foundation, and the angels and ancestors just now, like recently, did something behind the scenes. You're about to enter a new pathway. You already are. I feel like you're already kind of like you might be receiving some offers too. I kind of feel like there's like a couple different things going on here. For some of you, it's because of your success and your growth. An industry or a company or a third party or a something might try to reach out to you to get you to like sign. Oh, why don't you? Don't do that. I won't say the company, but I had a company reach out to me about my channel trying to ask, oh, many tarot readers like to put our phone number and link in their description box so that way they can just earn commission off of our 24/7 readers. And you don't have to do readings anymore. You can just collect money. I was like, no, thank you. Thank you for the offer, but absolutely the fuck not. And you just kind of offended me because that makes me feel like you think I do this for money. And that's disgusting. I do this out of love. Why the hell would I sign my platform away to someone else when this isn't even my platform? I do this for God. There's quite a few people I've done free readings for. I do this because I love you. So I don't know if someone's trying to corrupt you, trying to get you to sell out, or trying to get you to like sign away. Like, oh yeah, I can get you a music label, dog. Like, yeah, just freaking come over to Diddy's house real quick. And I'm sorry, I can't. Fuck this. Fuck their intentions. Use your discernment. Because there's some shady shit going on, and it's because you're going to the next level. So now there's some new devils trying to have at you a little bit, okay? But yeah, wild. Like someone trying to like buy you out and then replace you with something that's not of God. Like with my tarot channel, like hell no. I'm not letting some people that I don't know how they read. I don't know who they connect with. I'm not letting them read for my collective. And I'm not sponsoring and endorsing it and then signing away my freedom to offer them help. That would be absurd. Why would I feed the 20,000 plus people that I love to the wolves? Over what? A few cents a commission? I'd rather be homeless and still serving God. Ten of Swords, major endings. I told you I picked up on 10-10 energy. I feel like someone is trying to nail you to the floor and Spirit's trying to warn you. And the reason why they're trying to nail you to the floor is two things going on. For one of them, it's because of your success, where you're headed, and this huge breakthrough that you're approaching. It's like energetically, this thing can sense you're about to go to the next level, and it wants to lock you in and get you signed off on something. And for another of you, this person just had a huge failure and a defeat and holding you back, keeping you back, or keeping something from you. And you know, because they're persistent, they're karmic, and they're stubborn, and they don't learn. And it's ridiculous, but, you know, at least it gives me material to read on for you guys. But, yeah, so that's, it just is what it is. False offers, false lights, false truths. People trying to get you to sign away because they recognize, like, you're 10, another 10. 10 of Swords, 10 of Wands. Not 10 of Cups, not 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Wands, 10 of Swords. That's what someone's trying to do to you. Someone's trying to bury you. Like, this is like the energy of the people on YouTube that'll post a video and be like, guys, I created a new carburetor that gets 2,000 miles to the gallon and it only needs a cup of fuel to do so. And then the channel like blows up, it gets millions of views, and then someone comes, buys out the patent, and then the person goes missing. Don't be that person. Don't go missing. Don't let your idea get bought out and then buried. Remember how I said you are like that, you're a spirit seed? You're that 12D tree that's going to bear many fruits. There's many things that need to come into this world right now. That's why gates are opening. That's why seals are breaking. There's things that need to leave. There's things that need to come in. And it seems like you're being called to be a part of the process of allowing things to come in through you. And you are being asked to use your discernment. Because right now there's a lot of forces that want to gobble that shit up. And hide it, bury it, snuff it out, corrupt it, pervert it, weaponize it, and use it for their own gain. For power, greed, and control. And that's the exact opposite of what you're here to do. I'm assuming. I'm hoping. All right. Carol Scott answered, not for sale. Exactly. What the hell? Where did you think this was? I'm painting acorns, not just seeds. I love that. That reminds me of something I've got on my altar. I've got like a little, it's like an egg, but it's like an acorn. It looks cool. I like it. I put it up there. They pour. We rouse the bank. Yep. Mm-hmm. Because, I mean, think about it. Like, what source? So everything that ever exists comes from one source, right? And it can always go back to source. So, I mean, you know, they can hold on to it. They can enjoy their temporary facade and illusion. It's not going to last. And we will always have the last laugh. And vengeance is the Lord. So I don't even have to, you know, get involved in that. I can just sit back, eat my popcorn, and praise God, you know? I look forward to doing your reading, Secret of the Stars. Also, real quick, while I'm live, if you book readings with me, I really do try my best to try to have them done within 7 to 10 days of confirming your booking. And sometimes it does take me a couple days to confirm that I've gotten your booking. And it's usually because it takes me a while to find your email. That's why sending me a screenshot really helps me find your email because it's a lot. I do get a lot of emails a day, and I'm one person. There's no way I can answer all of them in a day. So I do my best. So I do try to have them done within 7 to 10 days, but it may to 2 weeks, like 14 days or something like that. I That's a bit of a stretch. So if you have an emergency, if you had, I'm probably not the best reader to go to because I'm not fast. I'm not because I'm handling a large audience and a large volume, so I can't be fast. It wouldn't be possible. Also, as well with bookings, I will be out of town this month, the 21st through the 26th. You are more than welcome to submit a booking with me, but I will not be recording any personals between the 21st and the 26th of June this year. Um, you can go ahead and book with me. I'll do my best to maintain emails and stuff, and I will still do what I can to maintain the collective messages during the days that I'll be out of town. But I'll be traveling from state to state. I'm going on a big road trip, so I'll be moving a lot and I'll be very busy. It's very exciting. I got big celebrations with my family I need to do. So I love you all. Thank you so much for all of your love and support. And, thank you for being patient and kind with me. I appreciate it. So let's go ahead. Let's continue with this message after I read just a couple more. Just a couple more. Just give me a few seconds. Thank you for your patience. Worked online 13 years, not been paid a penny, yet they made millions off of me. Wow. That'll be balanced and restored. I am energy. Best Doors Day ever. I hope court went well for you today. She who is the keeper of keys. I'm glad you felt a good presence with you. That's always reassuring, especially on moments like that. Anxiety and nerves can be so high. A little extra boost can be very beneficial and helpful. All right. Is there anything else you would like the collective to know? Shoot, Temperance. Temperance, you are asked to be in this space of temperance. We have this moon, and I feel like the real reason why you're being asked to be in temperance is because there is a lot going on behind the scenes. Now, you're being asked to be in temperance, so that's letting me know all this stuff that's going on behind the scenes is for the better. It's going to improve your circumstances and situation. Mm. Wow. For some of you, there's like partnerships, people, karmic couples and duos, bosses. We're like, I'm picking up this Two of Cups has a lot of energy behind it. That was not a normal use of the card. It felt like anyone that's not in alignment with the truth is being removed. And this is all going like you don't see this happening. You don't know this happening. That's why we had that 444 number come out, letting you know you are protected. There are things happening right now to keep you safe, and you're being asked to maintain a high vibrant and be in peace and temperance, and keep pouring into yourself and loving yourself. And just know that God, remember, vengeance is the Lord's, right? So don't think for a second that things aren't being done about what has been done to you. Look, don't think for a second things aren't being done about the things been done to you. Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands. Oh my gosh, an Ace of Cup with an Ace of Wand. So we got the fire, we got the water, we have the love. Maybe a little bit of temper, maybe a little bit of wrath in that wand. I don't know. But here's that devil over that big Two of Cup energy. All these people in here, all partnered up, grouped up with the devil. That's why they're in the reverse. These are just people that are in devilish energy in some kind of way or form. That's interesting. The fact that these two and this, because it makes me feel like there's like a time release boom about to go off. Like a scheduled divine kabloom. And it's about to, like, you know, remove that. And that's why you're like, shh, it's okay. It's all right. All right, just forgive, heal, ascend, maintain high vibration, listen to spirit, remain strong, remain in your path, remain enlightened, and just know we're doing a lot of things behind the scenes right now. It's like it's D-Day in the spirit world, okay? So don't trip, don't fret. Things are being done. And I am kind of getting like there's something that's already been spoken, already been prophesied, already been and it has to do with fire, water, with like spirit, wrath, love. I don't know. It feels powerful. This is Divine's Ace of Cup, Ace of Wands. This isn't anyone else's. That's why you're being called to be in temperance. Okay? Because there's a time for us to do things, and there's a time to just let the big man upstairs, do what we can't. Or won't. Yeah. This is big. There's some kind of set release date of this Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands from the heavens, from the divine. And it ain't looking too good for anyone in devil energy. Oh, all right, let me get a different deck real quick. What is this Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups from the divine? What is this Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups? I just saw purification, and this card almost popped. Protection from all dangers. I'm still looking at purification at the bottom of the deck. Being of service, 9, coming into completion. There's an anointing taking place. And this card almost kind of came out reverse too, and I did feel the energy, the shadow side of this. And it's like, so there's 9-9 energy, or 6-9, or 9-6, or 6-6-6, and 9-9-9. Something along those lines. Also, we have 7-11, 7-1-1, 1-1-7. You may have been seeing 7-11 or 9-11, 9-1-1. Somebody call 911. All right. Because there's people that are of service. I almost said of surface, and exactly, they're surface level. They have no depth. But anyways, of service to the devil, and there's those that are of service to the Most High. And it seems like there's a judgment call. Are you the 9? I don't know. I don't know where you are on this. I know where you are, but I don't know where everyone else is. That's not my judge. That's not my call. But what I do know is the judge and the call is being made. Someone is making the judgment. Someone is making the call. Recovered senses. This is like being anointed and restored. Like if anything has tampered with or blocked your discernment, your crown, your third eye, your heart, your ability to see, feel, keep, hear, see, light, love, energy, truth, whatever, that's being restored. It's something... if anything was lost or stolen, it's being recovered. Yeah, this is like a complete shift. What's up is down, and down is up, and left is right, and right is left. We're just flipping the whole game. It's like we're spinning backwards now. Going back to source. I don't mean that literally. Because I don't think the time for that's quite yet. But that is a real event that will take place, I'm sure. Sounds mathematically correct. All right. So this is big. This is really big because there's people being stripped of their power, being kicked off the throne. Their resources are being removed for them, removed for them. It's actually that's the funny thing. Like they're gonna feel like it's being done to them. It's not. It's being done for them. Because if they were to be allowed to remain in possession of those things, they would continue to hurt themselves. So it's kind of like, all right, that's enough. I can't trust you with that toy. I'm going to take that toy. No, you're done. Go. Go play with something else. Because you're not going to play with my divine children. Oh, I rebuke that as well. Sick. All right. Development and growth too, coming into balance and harmony and union as we come of service. We're developing and growing closer and higher to God. Possessiveness or sharing. Exactly. Are you keeping something? Are you holding on to something? We saw that energy earlier when I started the deck. Something about someone trying to hold on to something, keep something back. Pull the curtain. No, it's not the next scene. It's not it's not the next stage. It's not ready for that. It's still our story. It's still our story. It's still our story. It's our time. No, it's not. You're expired. You're bad milk. Please get out. You stink. And you're like all coagulated and like, no, thank you. I don't even like dairy anymore. Possessiveness or sharing again, and then rest and repose and writing a person's legacy because it has already been written in the stars. All right. There's a time for winter. There's a time for summer. And the seasons are changing. The times are coming anew. And I'm still being reminded of something about the Queen and Jubilee. I'm guessing that was like the mark of something. And a moth just visited us. We got visited by a moth. Visited it. Okay. Resurrection. Oh my gosh. Osiris energy resurrection. I told you guys are being restored. If anything was taken and lost, it's being restored. And remember how I said something about like your gifts, your abilities, like your crown, your eye, your heart, whatever. If any of that has been lost, has been fractured, if someone has cut out your eye, if someone has cut off your right hand, you're getting it back. You're being restored. You're being resurrected. You are rising. Anything that was taken from you is being given back to you. Because God knows He can trust you with those toys. You're one of the children that plays nicely. You're not out there whacking people over the head with a vacuum cleaner or something toy. I don't know. Okay. Let's go ahead and check out some more comments. I will have to probably hop off here soon. I started at almost 3:30. Oh wow, it's already almost 5:30. We almost did a 3-hour long live, y'all. I wasn't kidding, was I? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to leave here soon. I've got a dinner I gotta go to for my birthday, but I wish you all well, and thank you so much for sitting through this. Curdled and moldy. Ugh. And the mason. Oh, why be sad? Don't be sad, because sad spelled backwards is das, and that's not good. Thank you for sharing that. I enjoyed that. You guys are all amazing. I was not expecting this live to be this live. So thank you. You guys are awesome. And thank you all so much for the birthday wishes. Thank you for any support at all you show, even if it's just an emoji, even if it's just the view, even if you don't comment, even if you just silently support at home. I appreciate you. I do feel your love. I feel the energy. It's great. We're all tapped in, we're all connected. I greatly appreciate every single one of you. If you have donated, if you have booked a reading, if you've sent a super or anything like that, thank you as well. If you have done anything to promote positivity and rebuke negativity that has popped up in chats or comments, I appreciate you as well, because I can't do it all. It is a lot. Like some days it's almost 1,000 comments in a day, and I can't possibly police all those and maintain my life. So I appreciate you guys doing what you do, being divine beings of light as well. I love you all. Temperance again. And I really, yeah, look. And I'm getting that energy. Look, the Ten of Swords, there's a painful ending. We've got this tower, and then we've got the Fool right after the tower. That's why you're being asked. Look, just sit tight, all right? Sit tight for a minute. Maintain high vibration, pour into yourself, heal. Focus on ascending right now, because there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. Big Dad upstairs is really cleaning house, okay? And it's not always pretty. It's not. All right? I'm telling you. I've seen some things in my days that aren't pretty, but the person had to learn, right? Oh, wow. Oh my gosh. So after the tower, we have the Fool. Now, this Fool's different because it feels like a whole new day. Like a whole new day. Like a day where there's no tyranny, or like it feels lighter, it feels free, it feels liberated. It's like, oh wow, we're now in a liberated era. Oh shit, I can breathe. I didn't realize we were that close. I didn't realize that in a blink of an eye I would be there, just in a moment's notice, right? So after this tower, and I also feel like you are being asked to maintain a very high vibration during the tower. Evil Eye is crazy right now. I don't know what it is about Gemini season in general. I've tend to notice, and mind you, I'm new to this world. I started learning tarot about a year ago. I started practicing on myself, and then I started this channel like about 6 months ago. So I'm still very new to the scene, the knowledge. I'm still learning the cards. That's part of the reason why I procrastinated, because I was like, am I really ready to go in front of a huge audience? What the hell do I know? I know nothing. I am but a man, right? So it's, I really like that the Three of Cups is here. We've got this big breakthrough that's coming through, and it's like the veil has been lifted. Something about the firmament. It's lighter, it's freer, it's more liberated, it's free. So you're being asked to maintain this energy before, during, and after this storm, this tower. There's a lot of judgment. Oh, that's, I was trying to say about Gemini season. What the hell is with it with people sending evil eye during Gemini season? Like every time it's Mercury or Gemini, that's when like all the, like, really? Come on. Why are you attacking Mercury like that? Like, can you leave us alone? I know, like, communication and information, and like I could see why you would want to target that, because you want to silence people, you want to keep people in the dark, you want to control the narrative, you want to gaslight people, you want to convince people of shit that's not the truth. You want people mentally conflicted and confused and illusioned, so that way you can still siphon off their free will and use that as your power. But no, I rebuke that shit. All right? Absolutely not. That's why this Magician is reversed in this King of Pentacles. We got Earth sign energy, Virgo, Gemini energy, both reverse. This is the world. That's what this is, right? This is the way of the world. This is the carnal nature. These are the secret covens, the secret societies, the cabal, the deep state, the matrix, whatever you want to call it, whatever label you want to, just, we know what we're talking about, right? It's the enemy. It's the damn thing that's been trying to keep us from our divinity. They're the ones that are in fear. They're the ones that are getting this 9 and 10 of swords. They get the 9 to the 10. They get the whole progression. They get to anticipate it, then they get to experience it. And sometimes that anticipation, I don't know if you've ever like, you gonna get your ass whooped when you get home, boy. And then you just sitting there like shit, like shh, like fucking leaf till you get home. They know it. They know what day it is. It's been written for thousands of years. They've been intercepting the messages and redirecting it and perverting it and then printing it out and calling it a Bible and sending it. Oh, said too much. Misinformation is a cancer that needs to leave this earth. I want truth. Show me the truth. God, show me the truth. God, show the collective the truth. God, illuminate the truth in the hearts and minds of all of our brothers and sisters, even in the oppressors, even in the enemies, even in the karmics. Let the truth be known. Let the whole world know God's name, know God, know the face of God, know the will of God, know the love of God. Let's continue to rebuke. That's why they're in fear. That's why you're being like, it's okay. Remember, gates have been opened, seals have been broken. Gates have been opened, seals have been broken. La da 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 da. Time to celebrate. Because we're winning. They tried to nail you to the floor. We picked up on that energy. This 10 of Swords came out before, working real hard, using all that mind, all that intellect. How can I MK Ultra them? How can I do this to them? How can I do that to them? How can I silence them? How can I gaslight them? How can I snuff them out? How can I hold them back? How can I harvest them? Greed. All for one, not one for all. No, 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 no. One for all. No. All for one. Me, mine, pride. Mwahaha. All right. That's old. Doesn't that get boring? Like, how much self can you really, like, serve? I mean, although I've met a lot of people that really surprise me, the amount of fucking ego they have. It's insane. Not that ego is necessarily a bad thing. It's a spiritual tool for our experience, but it really can get the best of people sometimes, and it's unfortunate. But it's okay, because daybreak, it's a new day. It's a new day. All this shit, it's over. It's over. And that's why we got this, oh my gosh, yeah, the Hangman reverse with the Six of Pentacles. Is that an Ace of Pentacles underneath? Can't even. I can't. This is wealth transfer energy right here. Absolutely. Yes, sir. Bonafide, guaranteed, certified, stamped by the divine. That's why you're being asked, just chill. Maintain. Celebrate. Be happy. Forgive. Live life. Love yourself. Be sovereign. Be free. Remain in your path. Listen to spirit and be strong. Be strong and know God's got your back. 444 911 711 1010 9339 33. We've had a lot of powerful angel numbers in this message. Yeah, you're right, Catherine. You're absolutely right. It's just principle. Like, there's just things you don't freaking do. Oh, okay. All right. So, it definitely seems like there's a lot of forces, a lot of powers that be that are sweating. They're in the hot seat. There's a lot of like faded prophetic that need to play out. I mean, God's already spoken, and we know how God's word is, right? Yeah, it's just the truth. It's the law, and that's that. Like, don't question it, and He don't go back on His word. So I'm cool with it. God said so. That's all I need to know. Yeah, Ace of Cups reverse. It's, you know, that right there is giving me exactly why the hell this is happening. This Ace of Cups reversed with the Five of Swords is exactly the reason why they're in this position. That's why they are receiving the fire of God. But this fire hurts because they have a lot of impurities that need to get burnt up. So they experience the agonizing pain of being pured and cured by the flames. The Star. We are liberating and freeing ourselves. I'm really getting rapture vibes right here with this Two of Pentacles right here. Bifurcation of timelines. An energy that's low vibrational. Something's got to go. Something's got to give. And it seems quite clear what time, what season we are in. We have the Star. And then the Lovers. That's what this is all about. As above, so below. And we just love. We just love until love is all there is. Alright, y'all. I have been sitting here for about 2 hours and my knees are killing me because I feel old. So, I gotta let you all go. Thank you so much. I love you guys. Thank you for joining me in this live. I know I don't do them often. This was the second time I've done it. It's getting a little easier. The first one I was very anxious and nervous. This one I felt a little more comfortable just sitting here and talking to you guys. And you guys are awesome. Thank you for all the birthday wishes. I am going to go back when I hop off and I'll catch up on all the comments like I usually do. And just thank you guys. You all are amazing. And I just want to celebrate this new life that we get to share and enjoy together as we create God's kingdom in our hearts and our minds and here on earth around for our children and future generations to come after us, because that's what it's all about. It's about love and expansion and growth. So I'm going to leave this reading here. Thank you all so very much, and I will see you on the next collective message.